Let's see. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Whoa. I just need to get this to stick right. Okay. All right, so I don't really have like a script on or a decision on what I'm gonna read about today. I just know that I talked about a few things before, and I brought them. I wanted to show you guys. They're just meaningful to me. But first of all, I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope needs are being met. Excuse me. Things are running smoother than they have been. And I wish everyone happy health and just nothing but goodness. So, okay, in my last reading, I believe, I have quite a few things I would like to share with you guys, and it's an assortment, so you know, if you can relate to it, cool. Some of it may just be like some information that you learn. I'm also going to dive into the tarot. Let's see. Well, I do want to show you guys because I do want to ring them to clear the energy. I bought this bell, and it's for your root chakra, and that's the one I use to clear energy. Well, I told you guys that I have been given or have been passed down several things through my family line, including these varieties of bells. So here are the bells. This one has like a little chicken on it, or a rooster. This one has this lovely woman, if you can see it. She sounds different. So we have, I wonder what the meaning is, like, of the different sounds. I know it's different frequencies. This one sounds different. See it? And then this one too, several of them. Now this one is a guy drumming. He's got a drum set in his hand. And these are the bells oh, that one doesn't even have a thing in it. These are the bells that were passed down to me over time. And this girl, she's holding 2 buckets. That one doesn't have a bell in it either. This one does. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Maybe a quail. They all sound so different. So it makes me wonder, this one is blowing a flute or some sort. And it doesn't have a bell. So the ones that don't, this one has a bell. This one doesn't. So the ones that don't have bells, I'm gonna put over here to the side. But the ones that do, I just want y'all to hear the different sound. So it's like da da da, kind of. I don't know, but I just cleansed the air. Now tonight we are in a waning gibbous moon, and I had a few words come to me. One of them being the word belonging. Another one is flickering. Quiet. I got sailboat and marina. So I don't know what that has to do with. Maybe somebody can relate to that, but I'm gonna pull some runes to see what it is that the collective needs to hear at this time. I got 2 that came out. Okay. And let's get 1 more, just so we can see what's going on. I'm feeling John to pull another. I don't know. Aww. Absolutely, it sure does. Christianity does. I'm very spiritual. Okay, so let's see. So as we go, but this will tell us kind of what the reading will be about, what's in the energy, things like that. What deity is behind what rune that may be calling to you. So, with that being said, just give me a second to find the symbol. Because I feel like this one I'm looking at is in reverse. Let's see. No, it's not. Okay. So, this rune is for it's called Dagaz, and it means day in runic alphabet. This symbol of cyclical renewal, it reminds us that as each day finishes, another begins. So there is no end of days, and each new day is as broad and limitless as the sky at dawn. Now, the earthly meanings behind this are hope, relief, clarity, understanding, and process. And the spiritual meaning is destiny, higher consciousness, and mutability. That is very good to see that that's what's going on in the collective. I'm very excited about that. I feel some energy, but not too tapped in at this moment. I'm kind of building my momentum. The deity for this symbol, Dagaz, is Heimdall. And it goes on to discuss more about it, but you know, the animal is a deer, and it just so happens there's a deer right behind me. The color is light blue. The bird, no, the bird is clary sage, and the sound is D for, well, day, D. So we have, ouch, we have hope, relief. I just want to put all these together and see what they're talking about. Okay. Now the next one, give me 1 second and I will find it for you. I promise I will. Okay, so this one is Urus. And Urus is wild ox. And the deity behind Urux is the Njord. The color for it is green. The plant is moss, and the sound is U for Ursus. Okay, now it is in reverse. Let's see. The literal meaning of yours is Arachas, the huge untamable ox, once native to northern Europe. This rune represents primal power and signifies challenge. Okay, but in the reverse, it warns of ill health or mental weakness, which may mean the seeker will struggle to overcome his or her current difficulties. Imminent changes may be a threat, masquerading as an opportunity, one that should be spurned. So in reverse, there's a warning. Of health and mental health. Okay, on to the next. We have this one, which is in, well, it's backwards to you guys, but it is in the upright. So let me find that one. Real quick. I should have had all these pages marked off before I came on here, but I wanted to pick them in front of you guys. So this represents birch, Burkana. The elegant birch, one of the first trees to come into leaf, was associated with the spring fertility rites of the Germanic people. It is seen as the rune of new life. Okay, so maybe like baby or new beginning. Okay, so the earthly meaning, yeah, baby, birth, nourishment, new ideas, creativity. Yeah, and then the spiritual meaning is mother energy and inner growth. That's beautiful. The bird is a swan, the color's dark green, the animal's a bear, and the deity for this symbol, birch, is Freya. Okay. This is funny. It says, at its simplest, drawing this rune, which most authorities interpret as a pictogram of the female breast, may indicate conception or the birth of a new baby. But fertility has a much wider sense than that. We speak of a favorite project being our baby, and this rune can refer to creative undertakings of all types. The quant may be a fruitful source of new ideas, or a suggestion may fall on fertile ground. Just as a newborn infant needs attentive care, a new idea or project will need nurturing to ensure that it reaches maturity. This is usually a positive rune, but it may be a reminder to take care of the basics. It may represent the need to nourish existing projects or your actual family or children. Okay, so, I just got dizzy for some reason. I feel the energy now. There's something going on in the energy. Whoa. I got lightheaded. Hey guys. Oh, y'all are so sweet. I'm so glad y'all are here, being supportive and hopefully getting something out of this. So, we have creativity. So far I'm seeing that there is some sort of understanding or progress or even relief that you are receiving when it comes to health or your mental health. Maybe being at a stable place right now. You may be working with a therapist or a psychiatrist. You don't have to. Ah, the bugs. I'm outside, by the way, in Mother Nature, Mother Energy, and inner growth. Okay. So what I'm seeing is that just with these three, and we have this one left, which is in the upright. Sorry, it looks backwards. There is some sort of understanding that you finally have endured some clarity about when it comes to your progress in matters of your health. Like, it could be physical health, it could be mental health, emotional, just it could be about illnesses. But now that you have made progress and you're receiving some sort of relief and hope within this progress of health or mental health, something to do with that, I see that because there was a lot of nourishment on your part in trying to see where this health issue is stemming from, because you can go to a doctor and say, look, I'm experiencing this, and they turn around and tell you there's nothing wrong with you. You know, I'm sure many people have heard that before. So I see that you may had to have undergone some sort of like investigating when it came to some health, you know, not, I wouldn't say like scares, like significant scares, but just some little concerns. But because you nourished this and you worked through whatever this health issue, Kona, that's enough. You are now birthing new ideas, and your creativity is coming back times 10. Now let's see what this last rune has to say real quick, and then we'll get into the cards. Thank you, God. I have to put bug spray on because they are tearing my ass up with no remorse. Whoops. Oh, no, I just that one. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm digging through this book like a little kid. Let me see if I can find it in this one. Here it is. Okay, so this rune represents disruption. Okay? In this description, it's saying sleep, natural forces that damage. Okay? So I'm going to go to 129 and see what is this talking about. Okay, so just like it was telling me, disruption, elemental power. Wow, that's something different. Hail. And the deity above this rune symbol, or no, this rune is called Hagalaz. Now I'm going to read the description. It says, change, freedom, invention, and liberation are all attributes of this rune. Drawing it indicates a pressing need within the psyche to break free from constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world of archetypal mind. The rune of elemental disruption of events that seem to be totally beyond your control. Hagalaz has only an upright position, yet it always operates through reversal. When you draw this rune, expect disruption, for it is the great awakener. I gotta write that down. Disruption. Awakener to what? Where did it go? Although the form the awakening takes may vary, perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses. Okay, good. As though you are emerging from a deep sleep. That makes sense because during the Lionsgate portal and in one of my last lives, I was talking about the signs that I was experiencing, and one of them being like feeling numb to my emotions, like going through all the steps but numb to, like, not very reactive. So experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses as though you are emerging from a deep sleep. Then again, set of power may be such as to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality, your security, your understanding of yourself, your work, your relationships, or beliefs. Disruptions takes many forms. A relationship fails, plans go awry, a source of supply dries up. But do not be dismayed. Whether you created the disruption or whether it comes from an outsider source, you are without power in this situation. Your inner strength, the will you have funded until now in your life, provides support and guidance at a time when everything you've taken for granted is being challenged. So it seems like there's a need to be in an attitude of gratitude. Another of the cycle runes, the term radical discontinuity, best describes the actions Hagalaz as its most forceful. The more severe the disruption in your life, the more significant and timely the requirements for your growth. The universe and your own soul are demanding that you do indeed grow. Okay, so this can go two different ways. This can go in a way that you can see clear what this situation, this blockage that you have within yourself, whether it's stand in the presence of a limiting belief or, you know, something that needs to be shed away. Confirmation. It's saying that you have birthed new ideas. You're embodying mother energy. You're ongoing a lot of inner growth. And that makes sense why the disruption rune would come out, because it's wanting you to, it's wanting to put you in a position of good manifestations, because it's talking about whatever you're putting out there can come back in return, which can also have an impact on our health, especially our mental health, but also very, very, very much so your physical health. A lot of people, I don't know how a lot of people think about that, but for me, I truly believe that what's going on in our psyche and the thoughts that we're harboring, you know, can sometimes make us have underbags under our eyes, can make us lose weight, can make us feel anxious, anxiety, depression, feeling loss of direction, hopelessness, things like that, that can ultimately be sending bad energy to all your organs and things. But it also says that Hagalaz, the disruption rune, it's a great awakener, because now you are embodying the elemental power. So that's what we have with the runes. We are going to start, well, next we're going to do our divine doors. And I've yet to decide if this is going to be a reading for a certain zodiac sign, or maybe just try and do a few in one live and then a few in another. I'm not sure. I talk and I get off subject. I'm like, ooh, squirrel, you know. So, because there's just so much I would like to talk about, and that catches my attention, that during this time is no coincidence at all, and I get excited. All right. We have this card. It says, yes, kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and to fly. That's beautiful. So you've undergone some work. The universe is saying yes to whatever it is that you're asking for. We have distant dream. The distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare dream it, so must it be. Distant dream. So when it comes to the things we gravitate towards, the things that we like, the things that we get excited about in our life, especially whenever it's our goals, like some people will do a vision board or something like that. To me, this is someone in the middle of trying to manifest something, like daydreaming, because this is distant dream. So manifesting something with your heart. And when you dream it, dream big. That's what it's saying. And whatever this distant dream is, the universe is telling you, yes, you will have this. So this is going to be different for everyone. But man, that's very in sync. And at the bottom, we have intuition. Let's see what the card looks like. It says simple, complex, words of pain, or words that heal. You come to know truth by the way that it feels. Yes. So this card is telling me to always to have this relationship with your intuition, like it's not your partner but your other half, or like it's just your guides, the gods. It can be hard to tap into it sometimes and very complex to navigate. But whether your intuition is guiding you to speak hurts or words that heal, is what you should be doing. Yep. All right. So with the divine doors done, we're going to do some signs. So right now, I know I said we are in a waning gibbous moon, but for tonight's planetary alignment, so because of the multiple planets at this time, like Venus and Jupiter are in alignment right now, which you can be feeling like your gifts are being enhanced at this time. This also represents new beginnings, and it's associated with the full moon in Aquarius. So other signs is a powerful event with spirit, or significant significance, particularly for relationships and personal growth. So that's what's going on up there. Let's see what we got. What does this want to tell us? At the bottom of the deck, we have Sun. We have the goddess Ra, the creation of, the gaining of respect for or from, things brought to life or to truth. Be careful of the warning. You will find the truth. Clarity with this one. This one's all about clarity. And then, ouch, this is all about creation. And it says the creation of. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. That's crazy that it said we got Venus in Aquarius, the moon, the planetary alignment. That's crazy because I got the 10th house in Cancer and Venus. And right now, Venus and Jupiter are in alignment, which is in association with Aquarius and Aquarius. And that's right here. Your vision. I was talking about a vision board. Okay, so let's see what these cards have to say. Hold on, let me get some bug spray. I'm itching. 1 second. Oh, man, these things are like attacking me from every which way possible. Okay, so it says protect your intuition responsibly and cherish it as if it's something that, I mean, knowledge is good to share, but you don't want to, I mean, there's not really a way to share one's own intuition with another. I mean, there's, ooh, my ear just rang. I don't know if that was confirmation or what. Let me see something. Let me know. Is that confirmation? Is that confirmation? Or were you telling me no? Confirmation. Okay, so there's a need to protect your intuition responsibly and cherish it, like hold it very near and dear. I see that in order to, because this alignment tonight in with Venus and Jupiter, I feel like there's a need to relish and enjoy the success you're enduring now without bringing things from the past into whatever you're doing. What I mean, yes, if you're trying to heal that, absolutely. But let's say, okay, this is a typical one. So let's say one girl, she meets this guy, and they are really interested in each other, and then they go have dinner, and they have this talk, and of course, you know, they share when was the last time they were in a relationship, so you know you can get an idea if you're a rebound or not. But the main thing is, and I hear it all the time, is you have to be careful with me because I haven't had good luck in relationships, and I've been hurt many times. I get that, and I'm sure a lot of people get that, and to a degree, no, it's not inappropriate to bring that about, but why not savor that moment? Why not worry about what you're creating at that time, instead of starting things off with but my past relationships were like this, so I might be like this because of them. Well, that tells me that you may or may not be emotionally available at the time, because these connections need to either be severed, and I talked about this in my last live about having a crystal dagger for cord cutting, and this is it right here. It's pretty neat. Okay, it's hematite, and I also have one like this that I use kind of like just as, I guess, like, you know how everybody says gravitate towards whatever feels right when it comes to using a wand. And so I got this one because it's easy to hold. I usually stack a bunch of crystals on there to cleanse them, but this thing is so neat. You can literally, excuse me, you can literally go down your body like this and cut any cord that has been that, you know, no longer serves a purpose in your life, whether it be a person, a situation, but that is one way to do cord cutting. Now there's others like candles and things like that, but which I have done, but I do like that technique. Okay, so the next part is okay, because of where your heart's been in the recent past, you may have come off charming, very artistic. I don't know, you may be an artist, you may be a writer, you may be a content creator, and the energy, the frequency that you're exuberating is telling you that you are becoming a person of power and status with the 10th house. So 10th house in Cancer and Venus, and that was the message for that. So a lot about your intuition, a lot about making sure we don't bring the past into new future endeavors or people, and just savor the moment and enjoy it, being in the present. And then I think this may even insinuate like someone's DNA makeup, where they exude is like kindness, they have charm, they're very creative when they're doing things. They have inner and outer beauty, and it says are the way to, and it says becoming a person of power and status with the 10th house. So that's the energy that's going on in the collective. I am going to leave these up here. Let me move my special bells. Okay. So we have these. And then we have these rooms. All right. Where am I gonna go next? What direction do I want to go in next? I think I'm going to pull a few cards. So also another thing that I've created, which if you're interested, let me know. I will be happy to make them for you if you like them. But this is a jar that I made myself out of resin and epoxy. I really like you can see all the different kind of herbs I have at the bottom. You can see all the different kind of crystals, and they're real crystals. Like I even have tourmaline, jasper. You can see the what is that called? Turquoise. What is the turquoise? What's the name for it? I forget the name for it. But yeah, I've got rosemary in here. I have mugwort. I have rose petals, lavender. I mean, anything you can think of, you name it, I have it in there. And let me see if you can see, like you can see the crystal shining through. Every now and then you'll see the crystal, and look, it's crazy. Like you can see the bottom. But like here's a crystal. That looks like a little tiger's eye. There's a crystal. There's one. They're all over, I swear. Yeah, these two are tiger's eye. Well, maybe you can see it on the inside right here. Where did it go? This right there is amethyst. I don't know where my tiger's eye went, but so I made these, and it comes with a lid. I have the lid, as you can tell. I use it. And then I started kind of experimenting more, and I made these crystal likes. Look, I have my sticker on there, handmade with my initials and the date. Yeah, 2023 is when I made this. It's in the shape of like some sort of crystal with epoxy and resin, and I just so happened to pack it down with a lot of crystal. See the crystals piling up all through here? When I was first, look, there's lapis lazuli. I gotta put it towards light to see. I still can't see. Yeah, that stands. I see amethyst. Some of them fell to the bottom, not all of them. As you can tell, like right here, there's still some here. This is rosemary. There's a lot more herbs in there. Rose petals. I use mugwort in almost everything. Cinnamon, cloves. I'm looking at a clove right now. I don't know if you can see it. It's right. No, you can't see it. Then how come I can see it and you can't see it? But yeah, I make these, and it's funny because they're in the shape of a crystal, and I just put all my essence and my, you know, kind of made it my own little thing, and I've added herbs to it just to kind of intensify the effects of it. Just having it in one room with all these crystals can help uplift energy within your home, keep you protected and most certainly grounded. This is cool to have like very, what is it, subtle or not distracting, in the sense of having this in your office and maybe like, you know, having your pins in it or whatever, or putting whatever you want in it and then screwing the top on it and having it like that. But I do like the way they came out. I have a couple more. This one, it's a little dirty, but it's a autumn leaf, and as you can tell, they're all crystals. Aren't they just beautiful? The shiny crystals. And these are just molds that I bought. This one was like a jewelry one, and it was like just a practice one. But you can see like the little stone here, and still some more stuff there. And then my biggest one is this one, which is actually, it's like a tray. It's a tray for a table, and you can see how it has my handmade by rochellegrand 2023. But this one, I don't know, it's got all the same kinds of, same but different. Like they have different crystals, different, see, these are all crystals. I have a lot of, like I have black salt. I just have to look at it to remember. I have hibiscus. I have roses. What's that crystal? I forget what it's called. I have jasper. Lapis lazuli, quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, tourmaline. And I single-handedly made these little things to carry. I just drilled it in the bottom, as you can tell. See? With the drill. And that's what it looks like, and it's just a little tray. And you can put all your neat stuff on it and it be protected. This would be a good place to put like your go-to deck, like your deck that tarot deck or that oracle deck that you use. But yes, these are some of my creations. If you guys are interested in me making something for you, you may have an idea in mind of what you're looking for. Maybe something for your altar, your bedside table, or maybe even your living room, just so whenever new people come in, you know, this clears out the energy, and it's almost like a disguise, you know, because like if you don't want people to know that you're into all this stuff, like they're not going to realize that, oh, there's crystals in your pencil holder, or you know, like, oh, look at your coaster, it's full of crystals, you must be a witch. No, I don't think so. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull a few charms and a few words just to see what comes out. So when I do my reading on with the cards, you can see how symbolic it is. Okay, so what we got were the letter D, we have K. Now this can be initials, last name, a name, a street, something that signifies something relevant to you guys. So we have DKG, and we have I, so dig, and kid. Then we have V, we have B, now we have big, and L. So we have D, K, G, I, V, B, L. So I'm seeing kid, like a child. I'm seeing Bill, big, and div for like divination. Or your name could be Liv, or you can go by the name of Liv. Or Bill, like a name. Then we have, let's see, the little charms that came out. I didn't want to grab too many. Oops, sorry. Okay. Okay, this is one of the charms, which is a little, it's got an owl on it. And I just freaking had it open and I closed it. That was so stupid. That was silly of me. How do I open it again? I don't know how to open it. Let me see. There we go. Come on. I got it. And inside of it, it's actually working. It's a little clock with an owl on it. Then we have a wrench We have an astronaut, which is pretty interesting. So something about time. Okay, then we have a purse, which can, I guess, represent, you know, money. We have a saw. And then we have a bird. So I'm going to set these right here, and as we go through the reading, they may kind of like stick out to me. All right. Let's see what cards are calling to us at this time. Hold on one second, guys. I just want to light this. I'm curious to see what's going to come out. Maybe something about like a time leap or a time jump or astral traveling with the astronaut. That's what I'm kind of like picking up. Okay. Oh shit. Earlier the smoke was doing spirals, so I had to look up the meaning of what it meant, and I'll share that with you guys in just a second. But at the bottom of the deck we have direction, but I'm gonna shuffle it just so we can get a precise reading on what it is that we need to know from the higher ones. We have black magic. The angels and ancestors are calling out for you. So maybe there's something that you don't see that they see that they want to let you be aware of. Or maybe you do see it and there's a plan of action that needs to be taken that they would like to help you with. It says, stand to this, yep. Stand to the side. The divine is working on your behalf. So some sort of intent. I'm getting right at the bottom, red flags, intuition, dreams, clarity, signs. So the divine is sending you little red flags here and there, trying to show you what it is that somebody is trying to do. All right. Tell me more about what's going on with the collective, goddesses, please. What do you need, collective, to know for their highest good? Heart to heart. Maybe somebody needs to have a heart-to-heart conversation with someone. It says, you are ready. What else do we have? It says, reassess the situation. So something that the divine has their eyes on your behalf has to do with some red flags. Maybe there's some red flags in regards to some sort of relationship or situation within a family dynamic where the divine has had enough and they're working on your behalf. Now it looks like someone's wanting to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you, but with the red flags and reassess the situation, I think it's saying, hey, you might want to rethink having this heart-to-heart. And then it says you're ready. Okay. God says, what else is of importance for us to know at this time for the general collective? Someone's turning their back either on someone or something. Okay. Couple more from this one and I'll get more from the next one. What is that? Someone has hidden secrets. That might be the red flag. And that's something we'll find out. What are these hidden secrets? Let me get another one. Manipulation, for sure. What else does the collective need to know at this time? Lonely girl. Somebody may have been single for a significant amount of time. Like I'm talking about years. And possibly even celibate. But I do see that there's some sort of love offer here that your spiritual guides have been trying to show you red flags and the signs and wanting to tell you that you need to reassess the situation before you go in to have any kind of heart-to-heart due to the manipulation. And it says, so we have hidden secrets and then it has secret accounts. So it may not be secret accounts, but just secrets on top secrets. I'm unsure. Let's see. What else do you want the collective to know, goddesses? It says, what are you longing for? I just heard, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you longing for? What are you waiting for? I'm going to put that with Lonely Girl. And then we have Seek Guidance in the Matrix, which makes sense considering that we have the rune that talks about our health. I will figure out the name of it again in just a minute, but Seek Guidance in the Matrix. This says a different realm with real others in a different world. Complication. the tattoo. So there's some sort of complication that you've been having with someone who has tattoos that is a divine masculine, that has secrets. Okay, let's pull this deck and see what it has to say. So we got all those out of the way. Let's see what this deck has to say. Let me just shuffle it real quick. I'll keep this one. It says slow. Something is moving slow and steady. But like I read the other day for you guys, or in this live I read for y'all that embracing your intuition is not an overnight process, or expanding it or developing it. It's something that needs to be developed over time, naturally. There's a shift in your energy. It's a positive change vibe. Maybe because you have slowed things down. That's why it says you're ready. Attention. Just like this one rune card, this one rune that represents warning. Is it that one or this one in reverse? I'm not sure. It represents warning, but attention. Then it says let go. Attention. Let go. We have hoodoo or voodoo witchcraft, dolls, candles, chants, sacrifices, blood, hex, curse, cleanse. You may need to cleanse your energy. Maybe even your workspace, your home space, all that. Okay, let's pull just a few more, see what stands out. What's going on in the collective, goddesses? So there's romance going on in the collective. Okay. Goddesses, what else? I know exactly where this goes or what's going on. So we had romance, and I know exactly where this goes or what's going on. And then we have sex appeal. Okay. We have labyrinth. You may feel like you're in some sort of new place, or you may be in the same place, or you're dealing with a situation that we have greedy at the bottom, where somebody is being very greedy with either not wanting to help or maybe taking from you. But it's like you're in this labyrinth of how to strategically take your next steps. Yeah, we have greedy. Someone's gambling with someone's money. I said strategy, strategizing. Someone is, I can't make it up, labyrinth, and I felt it. someone's being greedy with your money or something like that, or your time, and they've been gambling pretty much you, because they know if they get caught that they're going to be in serious trouble. So they're strategizing this situation. Then we have watching from a distance. It says child or children. So you may be watching your children very closely, but at a distance. And then it says you blocked or broke a hex, curse, evil intent. Nice. And right behind that we have beautiful Archangel Michael. Now the person that you blocked is feeling lost with no direction in this world. Seek guidance. This person could have been very toxic for you, being that we have the red flags, and then after that, after toxic, we have warning. It says accident, awareness, watch out, be careful of who you're around, and karma. So this could be a karmic tie you have with somebody, whether it be like romantic or family. We have time. So, and then our charm was the little clock. So something about time. Time, right here. There's a shift in your energy. It's a positive change vibe. This is the time to move at a slow pace so you don't miss anything. Make sure you're keeping your intent in the forefront of your mind when it comes to daydreaming about your manifestations. Then it says time, and it says you're ready. So they're probably saying it's time, you're ready. And whenever I said, what are you longing for? I kept hearing, what are you waiting for? And that's probably why, maybe they're saying you're moving too slow, that there's a shift in your energy. It's a positive change vibe. Time. Time, right now you are in a time of being in a line, that you're being in alignment. Okay. God, it says, what else? What else would you want? It says sudden change, rapid response, and overwhelmed. So there's going to be some sort of sudden change. I'm picking up on a living situation, some sort of change with navigation, some sort of change that's like a split-second decision. Like it says on the card, but some sort of change with your intuition. and listening to it. Because right here it says, stand to the side, the divine is working on your behalf. I'm itching, sorry guys. Okay. What else do we have? Last few. What else do we need to know? I've been saying this for the longest, but it says surrender. There's a need to surrender. Time, alignment, surrender. What else? Goddesses, do we need to know at this time? Oh, this is supposed to go in a different deck. But that's might be significant. Someone might have a great grandparent that is of significant on your maternal side, so your mother's side. It's saying this person was an ascended master. We have predictions of growth. Sorry. Okay. Two more. What else do we need to know? The collective. You could scry, or you can know somebody who knows how to scry, or be working with somebody who scries. The one who hides the sun. What else do we need to know about that? This could be a baby daddy to you. You may have a child with this person. We have entity hex. That someone you know did this, casting hex to be oppressed, stuck, unclear, lack of energy, clouds, blockages. Someone is doing this to you, okay? It could be your baby daddy. And then right here I'm seeing it's their friend who's the influencer, that they are going after your abundance. Secrets. I'm seeing now they're full of shame and remorse. And the way that this person is coping with it is by laughing and crying. Then it says, someone or multiple people have practiced witchcraft in your bloodline. You may be feeling drained and need rest. Here we go with that shame card. Here's ashamed, guilt, exactly what I just said. But this card is saying it's too late. I feel it. Something is brewing up. growth, maturity. Somebody is maturing something about the past. An earth angel. Whoa. And someone's trying to aggravate an earth angel by hiding their true feelings. They have unfinished business that needs to be resolved with the wise one. And then we have Mother Gaia. This person is trying to work at a very rapid rate. It says this. They could be calling you soon. Then it says everything's on fire. You could be clairaudient, or you're learning your clairaudience. If you are learning your clairaudience, you are an air sign. Or clairsentient. We have 3 cards of black magic. What in the hell? Spell work, curse, hex, evil eye, brewing here being done. I open up the middle of the deck after that spell work, curse, and it says your direction. They may want you to repeat cycles. It's this yin energy, or towards this yin energy. It says fairy tale, phony, trickster, illusion. It says your energy needs some cleansing and healing. Your destiny revolves around kindness. It says make sure you're listening to everything very closely. You may be dealing with a mother who is working against you in some sort of capacity, and sometimes whenever you question your ears ringing, it could be so warning. Here's another hex card. Look who's predicting and casting upon you, upon your downfall. So that's what that is. They're practicing fire magic on a starseed. Whatever magic you may have cast, it's saying it worked. Job well done. Solution is communication and compassion. And somebody may be doing some candle magic towards a snake. They could be influenced by their brother or sister. And they're doing these jar spells. It says bold, straight lie to your face. This person is a storyteller. books, main character, true story, fake story, entertainment. Looks like there's going to be a funeral. Okay, I think that's enough. It says, I'm nervous that of what others are going to do or take. Not happy. I see justice. Okay, that's enough with these cards. Keep these cards. So now we have an idea. I mean, these were a lot. I'm actually just going to pick them up. I have a good idea of what's going on. After all those cards, you guys should too. And this is just for the general collective, what's going on in the air, if you can relate to this or not. All of it's not going to be for you, most likely. Because I'm feeling a lot of different energies. I'm feeling energy of jittery. Somebody's got the jitters. And like maybe trouble breathing. Okay, let's pull out the tarot deck. See what's going on. And then I'll pull a few oracle. Oops. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles, which is all about abundance, prosperity, having security and stability. Someone who's very protective, someone who's also viewed as a father figure. So this King of Pentacles is very protective over a new, or there's a new passion or creativity coming into their life. And then we have the Lovers, which is twin flame, balance, spiritual love. And then we have the Ten of Swords, defeat and failure, bitterness and betrayal, exhaustion, collapse, and give up. So somebody in this connection is feeling a bit betrayed. So there may be some bitterness. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. The King of Wands. Spirit, tell me more about this. So, this new passionate romance that two people found themselves in, there's someone, well, you collective, or the other person is feeling exhausted at this time for the betrayal and then the intense work of the aftermath. So definitely some sort of defeat, competition, tension. Okay. Spirit, what else about this Five of Wands? So it looks like with the Six of Swords, someone's moving forward and leaving behind some sort of competitive and rival situation where ego is kind of taking its grand stand within this situation. I feel like you guys may be trying to adapt to this situation. But with the moon here, I'm seeing there's a lot of confusion. There's secrets, things that need to be revealed. Okay, what else is going on in the collective? Oh, remember I was saying there was a lot of work that needed to be done in order for this situation to be fixed, and we have the wrench. We have the High Priestess, hidden knowledge, your intuition, mysterious. Then we have the Nine of Cups. So when it comes to your mastery with your intuition, it's a wish fulfillment for you. You feel extremely pleased and happy with the results of whatever work you've been doing. Tell me more. Then love comes in again. Now this could be love for yourself, because it's like emotional awakening of the intuition and spirituality. So this can actually be physical love, like romantic love, or this can be like self-love and empowerment and ascending. So the Ace of Cups. Why is this Ace of Cups here? Clarify the Ace of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. It is I feel like this is like a higher commit. It's like you're falling in love with yourself all over again with this emotional awakening, because it's making you having to strip down to the bare, and a lot of these gifts that are starting to awaken within you have been passed down your family, have been in the family legacy for a long time. So you could be inheriting these gifts from them. Someone's feeling heartbroken. I got something in my eye. might have got it. We have the Seven of Wands. Defending yourself, protecting, and stand your ground. So setting strong boundaries. And then Death, which is transformation. It's a transition of releasing. It's endings and change. So defending yourself, protecting your transformation. You're being very grounded at this time during this transition. Okay, tell me more. You could be finding yourself having stressful conflicts with certain people who seem to be a bit on the aggressive side. Sorry about that. Okay, so why is this Five of Swords here? Swords is here with the Emperor. So there is a divine masculine who is stressed over something that happened between you guys, which may have hit upon his insecurities. Now the two of you are setting up boundaries and limits, and that's crazy because this is number 4 and this is the 4 of Pentacles, 44, and we've been seeing a lot of those numbers. I know I have. Why is the 4 of Pentacles here? Too many. So, setting boundaries and limits. And being firm within your stance is going to bring you success and victory. Triumph and rewards, recognition and praise. Okay. Let's see, what else do they have? The Star, there's hope. There's healing, positive wishes. When it comes to, so this King of Swords is hoping to heal some sort of conflict or disagreement that you guys had. And at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Wands. Okay, Spirit, tell me more. We have the Queen of Wands. Passionate, determined, attractive and confident, self-assured, charismatic. So this Queen of Wands is walking away, letting go, and leaving behind this King of Swords. Yep, the World card, completion, closing out this cycle of this deceptive energy, of the lies, of the hiding, the deception. And I wanted to say it took a lot of willpower to be able to do this. It wasn't like a walk in the park, if you know what I mean. So that's what that says. Okay, I'm gonna pull from a different deck and then I'm gonna close it up. I just wanted to come in with a quick check-in. Alright, what else is going on with the collective? Ah! My leg. I'm going inside after this. I'm itching. At the bottom of the deck, we have Wood Dragon. You have the strength. I'm talking about you, collective. You have the strength. I'm going to put that back at the bottom of the deck. Alright, Spirit. This is what would you like the collective to know at this time? Okay, they want you to know, number 22, it's a time to rest and retreat, which would make sense, being that you have undergone a large transformation, and for others of you, I'm sure you felt the intensity of it and was kind of, the ones who aren't on our kind of spiritual journey may have felt this and was wondering, you know, what is going on in the air. The next one is, so we have rest and retreat, then we have release your attachments. So I feel like this rest and retreat can also mean meditation as well. And so what I'm seeing is to take that slower down time. It's not the time for serious action right now. It says live and love joyfully. The Wood Horse. Okay. Maybe you're one who lives and loves with all joy. Because, so you're living and you're loving joyfully because you have awakened the warrior within you by taking time out to release these attachments that no longer serve you. What else do they need to hear? It says, Firebird, seek and you shall find. What else does the collective need to know at this time? Fire Dragon, co-create with the universe. Seek and you shall find. And it says, see this right here? See how it's just one feather? I saw one feather right outside of my truck, and my little one ran and picked it up, and I told her, no, throw it down, because it was just, You could tell it was really dirty. But we usually do collect feathers that we see. But right here it's telling you that if you put in half the work by taking the action to actually seek out what it is that you truly want, then the universe is going to match you and co-create with you. Meaning by bringing balance to the matrix. What else does the collective need to hear at this time? Clear your blockage. Number 44. What's this clear your blockage? Clear your blockage so that you're in harmony with the season. Shh, you know what I'm doing now. Okay. Let's see what else comes out for you, for the collective. Fire snake, it says you're starting to live from the heart space, which makes sense, being the late fall equinox is all about the heart. It says living from your heart and share your gifts. Baby, what you need? What you want? Well, think about it. No, it says welcome the muse, and that's number 4. So we have 444. Okay. What else? So welcome the muse. This is a path to independence. Let's see, what else do we have for the collective? We have as above, so below, and reconnect with ancestral love. You have the strength. I really like this deck. Follow your curiosity. So it seems like Spirit's not directing you towards any which certain way. It says embrace the great transformation. I love it. It says conquer your fear. Embrace the great transformation. Conquer your fear. A reset is coming. Okay, give me one for that. Simplify your life because a reset is coming. It says access your inner knowing. And that's in a figure 8. Access your inner knowing and time to embrace change. So you guys have gone through a lot of change. I mean, I'm seeing in all different elements, all different signs, all different kinds of energies. It says that you're breaking through the barrier. It's time to surrender to the moment. Yep, that's what I have for that. Those were very positive. I liked that. I need to go. I know I didn't do any signs, and I'm going to do signs. I just feel like there's just a lot of energy right now to be doing signs. But I can still do them, and I will. Carry on. Whoops. But before I leave you guys, I'm going to, which I'm going to be most likely back on in a little bit for a late night read. But I want to leave y'all with a couple angel cards. I just got this deck today. I love it. Look how big it is. And it's all angel numbers. And their meaning. I don't even know if I can shuffle this thing. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. We have number 487, which represents imagine, and it says contemplate what will be. You are invited to use your inherent skills of creation. Your angels ask you to practice visualization. Sit in meditation for 5 minutes and allow yourself to visualize your daily world as if what you want has already happened. Feel your feelings fully, see the colors of this life vividly, and allow yourself to wander at this brand new world. Okay. What other number? Guys, 711, persistence. Reap the rewards of your efforts. You've been working very hard towards your goals, but at some point you have to take all you've done and benefit from it. Your angels ask you to honor your growth. Reflect on something you've been working on for a long time and think about how far you've come. Really give yourself some credit for lessons learned, tasks accomplished, and fears faced. Give yourself a pat on the back. So that's imagine and persistence. Okay, what else does the collective need to hear at this time? 547, authentically you. Beautiful. Speak your truth. Your angels proclaim that the time has come to express something you didn't feel comfortable expressing before to yourself and to others. This realization of self has been with you for a while now, and your angels are ready to create changes in your life to accommodate it. Reflect on what your future self would have to say to you at this moment. Okay, let's see. What else does the collective need to hear at this time? 943. It says new timeline. Re-energize yourself. As you find yourself at the end of one timeline, another one has already begun. It's time to re-energize yourself and create new goals and dreams to manifest within this new timeline. If possible, move your body now toward a space that is closer to nature. Even if it's just closer to an open window, feel the fresh air ground you, clearing new pathways for intentions to flow. Beautiful, and goes in sync with everything that we've been talking about. Gratitude everywhere. challenge yourself to be thankful. There's always something to be grateful for, no matter how dire the present circumstances may seem. Your angels challenge you to focus on gratitude out loud right now. Recite a list of what you are grateful for today. Nothing is too inconsequential to include. Okay, it's a collective. 400, have faith. Your angels hear you. Your angels have heard your prayers and felt your struggles. They stay with you and remind you that everything has a purpose. Even though you may not understand it now, remember that you are never alone. Do a full body stretch now and ask your guides to send you love, peace, and signs. Trust what you see and feel when you wholeheartedly ask for these messages. Okay, 2 more. And that's it. We have, I know I've seen this number a lot, and I'm sure others have too. It's 444. Protective, it represents protective magic. It says your prayers are heard, you are being heard. Be assured that your angels are guiding you, surrounding you, and answering your prayers for protection. It may be a time of struggle, but you are being led into the light by divine forces. Take a moment now to thank your angels for their protective presence in your life. Okay, last but not least, angels, what do the collective need to know at this time? 857, creative flow. You are ready. Your angels are telling you that the creative flow of ideas is coming fast now. There's a lot being fed to you, and it's not essential that you remember or observe it all right now at this moment. Sit quietly in meditation for a few minutes and write down anything that comes down throughout the day. I like it. I like this deck just because it describes it a lot better than these do. Like, I mean, I still love these because it shows the number, exactly what it's meant, and then it has keywords. But this one's neat too. They're all different. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. And I think that's it until I come back. Oh, I wanted to pull, sorry if that's loud. I wanted to pull a few of these. I made them myself. They're like wood chips with different words on them. We have connection, locally, boss, conscientious, believing, keep, so we have believing, boss, conscientious, locally, connection, keep. Then we have detachment, listening, services, while, private practitioner, digital detox, spellbound, once again, spell work, hex, cursing, evil eye, poison. Somebody really has it out for you. Rehearsal. I'll grab a couple more. Admission. Miracles. Policy. And this has my address on it. So something to do possibly with your residence. Could be significant. So at this time, that's all I have. Like I said, I'll probably be on more like closer to 12. So if you're up that late, I'd be happy to have you here, and I will probably do signs or something that has a little bit more direction towards it with it. Oh, so thank you for being here. Thank you for showing me the love. I appreciate each and every one of you, and all the kind words, and supporting my channel and supporting the collective as a whole. And until next time, I'll see you later.